Hi there, my name is Ciaran Burke. Welcome to our garden in County Mayo. Since 2006, myself and my wife Hannah, we've been running a business called the Garden School. The main function of the business is to prepare people for exams for the Royal Horticultural Society Level 2 Certificate in Horticulture. And as well as being professional horticulturists, we're also keen gardeners. And we have this 1 acre garden in the wilds of County Mayo. And as much as we love gardening for ourselves and enjoy the garden, we had the idea that we would like to give the garden, if you like, a greater purpose and to share it with people in some way. Also combined with the news of bad economy and terrible news on the radio and a general sense of doom and gloom in everybody we talk to, we came up with the idea of the New Growth Project. This was essentially a 12-week free horticultural training programme for unemployed people, where they can come to our garden and through practical methods learn about horticulture. It was about 3.5 weeks ago when we first came up with the idea, and we've tried to get this going as quick as possible to, if you like, capture the spring season and get people trained, get them started training. So we advertised locally and we've had a great response. Unfortunately, a lot more applications than we could have room for. Because of the facilities that we have here, we've only room for 4 people. But we hope in the future that we can improve the facilities and maybe in June when we run our second course have places for more people. So with great excitement this week, we're looking forward to our first 4 people join us on the course. And what we will do each week is we're going to make some short video clips and compile them into a weekly video, an update of the people's progress and what they're learning on the course. So I hope you'll be able to join us each week and see how the New Growth Project is progressing.
On Tuesday the 6th of March, the first 4 students started on the New Growth Project. As well as learning about seed structure, we sowed seeds, nasturtium and salads. On Wednesday morning the weather was nice and we started with some outdoor work, which involved moving 4 blueberry shrubs. First, the preparation of the planting hole involved removing some of the sod. An area of about 45 centimetres diameter was prepared.
Use the spade as a lever. Bend your knees rather than your back.
Not everybody on the course has previous experience of using garden tools, so I gave a demonstration on how to use a garden spade. We moved the blueberry plants into their planting position, into the prepared planting holes. We removed the grass and the weeds from the bases of the plants to remove competition, and then checked their final planting depth to make sure they weren't too deep, then pruning the dead wood and crossing branches. Later we cut back ornamental grasses, and next we pruned dogwood shrubs. Then we prepared cuttings of the dogwood stems before everybody inserted their own cuttings into compost. We checked a pot which I had prepared last autumn with saxifrage cuttings. It had been sitting on the windowsill. As you can see, these had rooted very, very well. So the next job was to pot up them. I explained how to plant up the rooted cuttings, explaining the terms, potting up.
You sit that on top of the compost, it'll be level with the inner rim. Does that make sense? Okay, if there's a lot of kind of dead leaves on it like those, you might even clear those off. They're just going to rot off. Okay, so they can go into the rubbish. And then around the plant, keep the compost away from the foliage, you put in. And then the firming in of plants, a big mistake people often make is they firm them too much. So it's a bit like when we're firming in the shrub in the ground. We did it around the plant, not pushing the plant down itself. And we can do it in 2 movements. The fingers like that, one side, other side. Give it a tap. And notice that compost basically at the inner rim. The top there. And the plant is in the middle. If there's any compost on the leaves, just brush it off so it's not in the way. and that's our tractor project ready.
On the New Growth project, we're teaching horticulture using practical methods, but we're also teaching the scientific principles and examining plant structures to give us a better understanding of how plants grow. Some students noticed the good scent coming from these seedlings of Skimmia japonica. We took the opportunity, using the magnifying glasses, to examine the different structures of the female flowers and the male flowers, pointing out the female carpel and the male stamens.
And on the yellow part, the yellow of the anther is the pollen.